I don't go anywhere else aside from work and home at this point. Like, I literally wake up, I get ready for work, I go to work, and I just turn my brain off the entire time. I'm listening to music, I'm just, daydreaming about what I want to do. I come home, I might get some work done, I might not. More likely than not, I'll just DoorDash me some food. I'll go on the computer, watch some YouTube. I'll get that like little inspiration boost to go and do what I need to do. And then half of the time, I don't do it. I doom scroll late at night, and then I wake up the next morning sleep deprived. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I did not think I'd fall down this rabbit hole. I'm gonna be so for real. When I started like watching, well, for one, I had my first job in 2021. I think I was like 19 years old, so I was a little bit later to the table. It was a car wash job. Prior to that, in 2020, when the whole pandemic was happening, I started watching self improvement content, and of course, a lot of the self improvement content pertained to the self, like improving yourself. So because of that, they would commonly talk about, like, oh, what to do after your 9 to 5 job. Your 5 to 9 is important, is more important than your 9 to 5 and all of that. And honestly, like watching those videos, I was always like, oh, yeah, that wouldn't be me. Like, I wouldn't fall into that. Like, if I'm getting off of work, I would totally go and do what I need to do. Like, duh, like it only makes sense. I kind of had this ego about it. And when I started working my first job, like I said, it was a car wash job. And I remember on the first day, like after like basically the whole shift was done, as you can imagine, after your first day of work, anytime, anywhere, your feet are cramped, your calves feel like they're about to explode, and you get on your phone and you see all the YouTube videos you missed out on. So as soon as I went home, what did I do? Yep. I took my shoes off. I went straight to the chair and I started watching YouTube videos that I missed out on. Yes, I did that. And honestly, like this like cycle would keep happening over and over and over again. And sooner or later I realized like, bro, I'm in this cycle. The same cycle that I said I wasn't gonna fall into. I used to make like I'm gonna be real. I used to kind of like make fun of people who would complain about the fact that they would fall in this cycle, and they would say like, "Oh, I have these dreams. I want to do achieve X, Y, and Z, but when I get home, I'm lazy. But when I get home, I'm tired." All these different like reasonings they give, and I used to always just kind of give like the like sure like it's technically the right answer. Like nothing is wrong with my answer, but it comes with so little experience that it almost feels like it's invalidated in a way. Like how like if a little kid was to like give you advice on something, and granted it's a little kid, like of course they're not wrong in a way, but like the delivery of it matters because little bro, you ain't even, come on, bro, you can't even make your own lunchbox. Like, why are you over here lecturing me as if you gone through the same thing? You get what I mean? So that was kind of the energy I was giving. So as you can imagine, I started falling into this cycle. And sooner or later, like, not only did it affect the goals that I wanted to achieve, but also the friendships as well. I started settling when it came to friendships because I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'd rather hang out with my Discord friends and my Xbox friends than to be, make new friends. And I knew I really wanted to make deep down, but because I was so comfortable and because I was so like just tired after work, I would fall into this even more. And as you can imagine, when you get your bread up, man, come on now. I mean, who wants to cook after a long shift? Am I right? So, as you can imagine, I started ordering DoorDash. It started getting to the point where I remember even my mom, I think it was my mom, I ordered Chipotle this one night, and she was like, "Man, like Apollo, you're ordering a lot of food. It's the weekday as well. Like, it's not like it's the weekend. Like for me and my family, we eat fast food on the weekends. We don't eat fast food on the weekdays. That's where we cook. But I would still order like Chipotle and whatnot and Popeyes at the time during the weekday after my shift, even though there was dinner. And my mom would be like, "Oh, like like you should save your money and like don't fall into that cycle." And I was always like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." I still order it the next day. I still did not care. Basically, everything that I said I wasn't going to do, I fell into. purely out of ignorance, purely because I just wasn't like really conscious of it. And as you can imagine, when you fall into this cycle of repetition, the time passes by fast. This is the worst part of it because, bro, you can almost vividly remember like January and then fast forward, it's already June. And you're like, bro, what did I gain? I gained nothing. I still make the same amount. I didn't grow as a person. I've been regressing. I've been eating junk food. I'm hanging with the same friends. Like, you stay stagnant. You stay very, very stagnant. And as a person that wants to achieve high things in life, wants to cultivate their lifestyle that is a little bit away from the conventional sense, like obviously, business and have a loving circle community like I have right now with you and everything else. Of course, like, these higher ambitions, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. And I started noticing that like when I was starting to go wrong was like the things that I desired felt it had less like of a vibrant like feel to them whenever I would think about it or whenever I would look at it. Like before I, fell into this cycle, I would look at the things that I wanted, my desires, whether it was materialistic or just thinking about, my goals. And it had this like energy, it exuberated just this fire within me that I genuinely wanted to achieve it. And I felt like I could. Like I felt like I could pierce through any obstacle, anything the world throws at me, and I would be good. But as I started falling into this cycle, this routine, this like the doomer cycle, as I like to call it, my dreams felt less and less achievable. It felt like unachievable in a way, and it felt like it was grayed out. Like I would think about that same goal, and I would just be like, oh, that'd be cool. When like beforehand, bro, I would get excited. I'd be geeked over it. I would work even harder, like there's been so many times where like I would just like look at my phone and like watch a video like of a person that inspires me. But because I'm in the cycle, I'm like, all right, next entertainment video. Next Canel Joseph video. Look, I love me some Canel Joseph, but when I need to get stuff done, I need to get stuff done. You know what I mean? And for me, like this is when I really realized, like, okay, bro, this cycle got me. It got me, bro. Like anybody can fall into this. Like, if I'm granted you probably fell into this as well, hence why you're probably watching this, or maybe there's a slim chance you haven't. Bro, like when you are unprepared for it and when you feel like you're invincible in a way, that is when it's the easiest time to slip. And it sucks. It really does, bro. It really, really does because you know that you're wasting time and you're wasting your life away. And it almost feels like you can't do anything about it. You can, you technically can, but because there's so much momentum that is generated in a negative direction, it feels like it's like, bro, it feels like you're stopping a boulder. Like it feels nigh impossible to like stop a boulder with your bare hands because you're so much just in this habit of everything. But as the years have gone on, like I said, I've had a lot of. I mean, I can make a video of talking about what I learned from having X amount of jobs. As I have worked more and more jobs, I've gotten a better sense and a better, I guess, like routine of making sure that I don't fall into this. And even with this job that I work right now, making these videos and working, I am making sure that I get what I need to get done. Whether it is like just literally going home and having everything prepared. Like I have this camera out, I have everything what I need to do to go. Or maybe, hey, maybe you need an energy drink. All right, I used to be against this. I used to be like, oh, I don't want to. It felt like cheating in a way. But hey, sometimes you do need to pop an energy drink. All right, now, not too many. I'm gonna lie. I've seen a lot of stories of people dying from these. Like, this is one dude, he died from drinking a Mountain Dew, a Red Bull, and a Monster in like less than 2 hours. Like he consumed all those things. I literally just saw that before I filmed this video. I was on the toilet and I'm like, dang, bro, like we're seeing a lot of this like happening right now. So obviously in that sense, be careful. But when it comes to just like anything that you can do to kind of create that leverage to where you don't have to fall into the cycle and work and then you get the same rewards, but now like you put in, what I'm saying? Like obviously you put in more work initially, but over time the results start exponential. What I don't know what the other word for it would be, but it becomes exponential. I don't think that's how you say it, but it starts piling up to the point where now you can leverage and give yourself more time. You can give yourself more time. You can give yourself more space and energy to make sure you kind of like not get in this cycle, because it is depressing, bro, especially as you get older. Like I said, I didn't think I'd fall for it. I thought I'd, be kind of the chosen one, and I wouldn't be affected by it or anything. But honestly, I'm grateful that I did. I really am grateful because it taught me what I needed to know. And now I can move forward with a lot more confidence in knowing that just because just because I'm working this job and it's okay, it's comfortable, doesn't mean that I need to treat the rest of my life as comfortable, especially since the lifestyle that I'm building and presumably that you're building, it isn't going to take comfort. Like, comfort is not going to be you can't build the life you want with comfort. So, as long as we can get ourselves uncomfortable as much as we can, I mean, I feel like that's all we can really do in the situation to, make sure we don't found or fall down this rabbit hole.